Hello and welcome to the Friday stream where we're trying to teach you guys how to become better players. Kind of visual cue where it turns into a star. That's how you know it's going to be that 3 form.
Right there at the end, yeah.
So you can literally, the second you see that, let go and chart and it'll be a 3. Or you can full charge and it'll be 3.
Okay. And
what's nice about it is it's fairly similar to other Scythe neutral sigs. Like you can set up into it, right? Most of the Scythe standard setups for the neutral sig will work for it. Let's see here. So side, very similar to the neutral in that you have your first one and then you have your charge version.
Goes a little bit further.
Yeah. Gives you some extended range. Down sig. It's got this teleport. You can't change the distance you're teleporting. It's got the star as its kind of visual indicator that you are going to teleport in that spot, which is very useful to play against it. Dash, dancing, surprise. Now you're right there. Right. Covers a great deal of distance. Obviously, another use is off stage like that. Get closer to the stage. So those are two situations where you'll likely see it. Orb. All right. Orb. Neutral. This one. Great coverage. Covers that anti-air again. Whoopsies. Yeah, this covers an angle that Orb doesn't normally have. So straight side, if you don't, this one has active input now. For those of you who don't know what active input is, it's where if you hit a move, you have a time span where you can press in a specific direction and it will change the way that the move works. So if I don't press anything, shoot straight forward. But if I hold down, it has kind of a downward throw to it. If I hold up, shoot straight forward. If I hold back, shoot straight forward. Maybe you want to go for like an edge guard, then you'll go for the downward throw.
Okay.
Right, like something like that, where you're downward throwing and then chasing after them off stage, or you're trying to bounce them off stage. Those are kind of the two situations where you'll mainly want to go for that downward version. The side signature, the hurt box is above the hitbox. Mike kind of talked about this on the Thursday stream, so if you missed that, definitely rewatch that VOD. The cool thing about it is that you can punish the side signature. Dash jump attacks work against it. I actually just beat out this other Fait side signature with the neutral signature because it has that jump in it. 2v2 tips. Definitely don't be afraid to hit your teammate. There are definitely situations where hitting your teammate will be more beneficial than running away and avoiding hitting your teammate. And also as a product of that, just don't be afraid to be near your teammate. I know that's a big kind of byproduct of like, I don't want to hit my teammate, so I'm going to go way over here. I'm going to wait for him. We're going to do our 1v1 versus our opponents, and we'll be fine. And if you're a strong 1v1, if you're both strong 1v1ers, like that's definitely a functional way to play. But I think you'll see good 2v2 teams that are actually like consistently strong in 2v2s, are not afraid to kind of flow with each other, bounce off each other, and follow-ups are a huge thing in 2s that you don't see at lower levels. I will say in general, if they are being defensive and running away, then it means that they are sacrificing something for it. In the same way, like in order to be aggressive, you're usually sacrificing, you know, a jump to air approach, or you're dashing in, which is making yourself open because you can't do X, Y, or Z during it. The same kind of logic applies to their defensive play. If they're being defensive, they're giving up jumps because they're jumping in the air. They're giving up map control because they're running to the other side of the map. You know, if they're sitting on the wall, there's a timer now to make it so that they can't come back, right? Or so that they have to come back. So usually it's a matter of kind of figuring out what are they giving up with their parry. How do you play Scythe well? Oh man, that's something that I need to learn myself. Stuff that's been working for me is kind of just understanding where Scythe moves hit, which sounds really dumb, and it's like, oh, that's what every weapon should be. But specifically Scythe has a lot of moves that are really good in very specific situations. And kind of knowing like, hey, this is a situation where I really want to go for the Nair alternate versus the regular Nair. Kind of like, do I want to keep shoving them away from the wall, or do I want to shove them into the wall and try to follow up off a bounce? Kind of just knowing and thinking about those positions is going to help.